Well, today's community spotlight is with Jessie Purcell. She's with the Hardin County Business and Chamber Alliance. No, Hardin County Chamber and Business Alliance. It's a little bit
Right.
messed up. One day, someday, Jessie, I will actually get it right.
I think I like to hear the variation of how you can change the words. So I enjoy it.
Chamber and Tourism and Business Alliance and everything else you got going on over there. Oh my
All the things
goodness.
are doing in Hardin County.
Let's talk about what's going on. Speaking of tourism,
So we have this year we had put out our Discover Hardin County Visitors Guide. And what we're really trying to have people focus on here in Hardin County is how to be a tourist in your own hometown, because we
and
know
we're
it's
the
not
worst of it.
Yes, we are. We drive past things like, oh, I didn't even realize it's there. Well, it's been there
Yeah.
for 10 years. We're terrible. We're
Yes.
terrible. So we're really focusing on the cool things that we have in Hardin County and encouraging people to get out and really capitalize on those things and enjoy them in their own hometown.
Yeah. So, can you give me some examples of some cool things we can see?
Oh, absolutely. So one of the things that I've really been talking about is our drive-in movie theater. People don't realize that those are not things that you get in every community. It's one of 8 that is left in the state. And so really taking the time during the summer to go out with your family and making like a night of going to the drive-in. And our drive-in actually has 2 different screens, so you can watch something on one screen while the other part of the parking lot is watching something on another screen. So super cool. We really enjoy that and really like to talk about that. So that's one cool thing that
They're
you
going
can
to
do in
be
Hardin.
really popular this summer for
Yeah.
sure.
Yes, and they've put on some really cool events this year of putting on some classic kid movies, and even our churches have capitalized on using the drive-in for their church services. So they have made a comeback this year, which has been really cool to see.
I'm going to age myself. My first movie I ever saw was at a drive-in theater.
I remember going as a little girl and thinking, why is the sound coming through the radio? Or
we
those
had,
little things you can flip on the side? Yeah.
yes, that's what we had was the little clip-on things, and it
Yeah.
was, oh gosh, it was in, oh yeah, I'm aging myself. It was in the 70s. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was the movie
Oh my
that I
goodness.
saw. Yeah.
Were you traumatized by Willy Wonka? Because I was for years.
No, I was traumatized by the movie that showed before Willy Wonka, which had some very drastic scenes in there. I don't even know what that was, but I was a small child and my mother was like, "Don't watch." So, but I love drive-in theaters. I think it's so much fun because you can have like your own little party in your car, and it's such a blast. And if you got a truck, you can sit in the bed, and there's all kinds of fun stuff you can
You
do.
can like blow up an air mattress and put blankets and like have such a camp out in the back of the truck. It's so much fun.
It's exact. Yeah, we definitely need to do that this summer. So I'm glad that they still have the theater going, and that's pretty cool. I didn't realize they had 2 screens.
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
So
what
it's
else?
really cool. Have you been to Ada and have you seen their depot before? It
I've heard
is
about
so
it.
super. They have a beautiful park in their downtown, and it has a railroad car that sits there, and then next to it is their depot. And if you've had kids who have maybe, like they might see trains going past them as they travel, but maybe have never really gotten inside of a train car, this is something that they need to go do, because you can actually climb in the car, you can check it out, you can have a picnic in the park. It is just a really cool area. So in
Yeah, I'm familiar
downtown,
with the park. Yeah, it's beautiful.
and they have such cute little eateries in downtown Ada. You can go to Jalapenos or go over to Viva's and pick something to eat, or you can just have a picnic in their park. So I really recommend that. And if you're in Ada, you might as well go over to the university and hang out at Ohio Northern University. They've got the Green Monster, and you can take a walk on the Green Monster. They have the Remingtons that you can go check out. So there are all kinds of really cool things at the university that you can do. And then don't forget that Wilson football is in Ada too. So, they've been providing footballs for the NFL since 1955. And
Wow.
we are so, so grateful to have them in our community.
So you last month had your cruise in. How did that go?
Yeah. It was so much fun. So my kids they were in the back and they were like, why are all these people just driving around in a square? They couldn't understand that this is what we do. We're like, this is what we do. And my daughter, like, she goes, I think I'm ready to go, but can we do 2 more laps before we go? So it was so much fun, and people brought out their old cars. People came and just sat by the courthouse and were waving at each other. It was fun. So June 26th, we have another one coming up. I'm
Oh,
really looking forward to
fantastic.
it.
I'm going to write that on my calendar, wherever my calendar is. Because that sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, I grew up in a small town, and cruising the streets is what you do on a Friday
Yes,
night. And so I just think this is like back to my teenage years of cruising the
absolutely.
streets.
I would tell my husband, I'm like, okay, change direction now. I'm like, we've already gone this way. I've seen all these people. Let's go the other way. I want to see who we're missing.
Too
So
funny.
it was fun. It was a really good time.
Tell me what else is going on up there in Hardin County. How are the businesses doing?
So the businesses are doing well. A lot of our restaurants have either opened up their dining rooms to their limited capacity, or some of them are still staying with the curbside and the delivery. Ralphie's is open. Michelangelo's is open. Skinny's Tavern is still doing the pickup and delivery. So I think that is really great for them. I believe Salsa is open. The Dairy Queen, I don't know any other Dairy Queen that people will sit for 30 minutes waiting for a blizzard, but they've got the best blizzards ever. So
Yeah, that
we're
is a long
still going.
line.
It is. You have to commit. I mean, you really have to commit to your ice cream. And we do every time. We're like, okay, we're committed. We're getting ice.
What about Midway Diner? What about them?
They are open. I believe they have opened up their dining room, but you can still do your carry out and join them as well. So I really recommend, if you want to go out to eat, look at their Facebook page. That's going to be the best way to tell you whether they're going to be open or not. Because I have found that it fluctuates with a lot of our businesses. They might be open at one point and then, another night they may not. So always check their Facebook page. Basil has opened with a new menu, and they're doing curbside. So check out their Facebook page. They've changed from an Italian restaurant to more of an American style restaurant. So I would really take a look at that,
How
and
can
you
they be
can go.
called Basil then?
Yes, yes. So there's lots of changes, but isn't that cool that COVID has offered that opportunity for businesses to pivot and
Yes.
change themselves? And so they have done that. So we'll wait and see what that looks like when they open up their dining room, but they've got some
All
new
right.
things on their menu to check out.
Well, I'm an Italian, so I mean, you got to stick with the Italian food, but hey, I'm
I
willing
know,
to
I'm always
try.
up for spaghetti. Yeah, yeah.
All right, what else you got to report on?
Just making sure people still come into the community and look for things to do. Don't forget that we have our driving tour of the Amish community, that we've got our Amish auction that happens every Friday. Mary's is open if you love her cinnamon rolls. So go check that out. But I really recommend picking up one of our visitors guides. You can stop into our office or you can go onto our website. But we also have put together tours of the vets banners. So those have been really popular here in Hardin County, and then also a driving tour of our historical markers throughout the county
Ooh,
too. So you can pick up all that in our office.
fantastic. Where is your office? Tell people where they can find you.
We are at 225 South Detroit Street, and really, if you can find Michelangelo's and you can find Family Dollar, you will find our office. We are right there in the middle.
All right, fantastic. And what's the website so people can look it up?
So it is hccba.com.
All right. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning.
No problem. No problem.
And that's our community spotlight. Make sure you guys visit Hardin County. There's more there than you think.
Absolutely.